So, Jamahal Hill, very great to have you on Scrapchats. This is the first episode of the new show, bringing a new show, new concept. So it's very great to have you. You're now UFC light heavyweight number 10 and very well
Yeah,
deserved. How are you doing?
I'm good, brother. I'm feeling good. Um, Shit, bro. I'm still locked in, bro. I'm ready to get in there and get on to the next one.
Yeah, you can tell there's a different motivation, a different confidence that we've been able to see. How's it been since the fight? A lot happened. You were up in Vegas, back home in Michigan now. How's it been? How's the celebrations?
It's been smooth. I got back early in the week, so I'm gonna chill a little bit this weekend. Next weekend, I'm gonna do like a little celebration party or whatever. I'm gonna rent out a little spot and do that. It's gonna be at this little Elevation nightclub here in Grand Rapids. But,
That's awesome.
yeah, bro, just enjoying the time, bro. Just enjoying the moment. Things have changed a little bit, so just taking it all in and getting ready to recoup and handle business again.
Sounds good. So I'm guessing then when you've got back home, has there been a good welcome back from the people, or is this going to be next week when you kind of get everybody together and completely party it up and kind of celebrate in the way that you intended to?
Yeah, I mean, like for my people, I have, but like, yeah, for the most part, I'll be more so for the city. For me to celebrate with the city and stuff. That's for next week.
Awesome. So just want to jump quickly on, there's been a lot of traction going on about social media, certainly based on a very candid account for yourself, based on Johnny Walker and based on a lot of the trolls. So just wanted to get a wee bit of an idea behind the feedback you've had, because I would say not a lot of fighters do it, and I would say that it would be better if many fighters did jump up and do it. Certainly speak aloud based on their opponents. So how's the response been on that? Because I've seen that you had to say it. Johnny Walker himself appreciated it. What kind of brought that on? Are you just sick of seeing the trolls because it's becoming much of a bigger issue than it ever has?
Yeah, it was part of that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I was just seeing like a bunch of people, like people, like getting on my nerves at the time. I said, like, it's whatever. You know what I mean? Like, I was just seeing a bunch of comments, like, all right, yeah, whatever. I mean, I'm cool. You know what I mean? I can take the heat. Like, I grew up blazing and shit. You know what I'm saying? So that ain't nothing. You know what I mean? But it's just like then, like I was on YouTube and then I seen like the whole thing, like his fiance and like the
Yeah.
comments that was left to her and things like that. And like I ain't gonna lie, that shit kind of pissed me off. You know what I'm saying? Because just like while I was out there with my son, people may have some comments, some things to say about my son and things like that. It's just like, bro, like, are y'all serious? It was just one of those moments. It's just like, is y'all serious? You know what I mean? I just had to sound off real quick.
Yeah. What was it like having your son there? We got to see your son being promoted very heavily alongside you. Do you think that that changed your mentality going in? Like you wanted to sort of show this is dad at work, but not so much in the knockout fashion, but in how to conduct yourself professionally?
Um, Yeah, no. It was more so about just having that time with him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Spending that time with him, giving him some memories, you know what I mean? Some things with him and his dad for him to grow up with and hold on to. And yeah, I also show him the work that I put in to make all of this happen. Like, you know what I mean? And whenever dad he asks that you get all this stuff, nice stuff, it does come at a cost, you know what I'm saying? And this is what it is, you know what I mean? And then show him like, you know what I mean? The cool things that you can get from following your dreams and things like that.
Yeah, yeah, I could see that. Now, is he a big fan of the sport or does he follow the sport at all?
No,
So no fighters that he's seen that he was like, oh wow, I can't
he
believe I
only
can
fights.
see him in the flesh.
Mm-mm. He only watches the fights whenever I fight.
Yeah, man, that's not bad at all. So how are you feeling, right? So every time I talk to you, like I talked to you before the Paul Craig fight, I talked to you after it, before the Jimmy Crute fight, then talking to you now. Seems that every time we talk, your level's just going up, up, up. The sky is the limit now. So see if you can just reflect from then to now. How do you feel overall? I mean, it seems as though this was always the plan. You always spoke about your confidence and you always knew that the trajectory was going to be like this. You always spoke about that. It was always something very prominent in the way that you prepared and spoke about it. So how you feeling? You're on top of the world right now based on where you are in the UFC and how your career's going.
Um, that was a long question, bro. That was a long question.
Right, we'll
Yeah,
rephrase it then.
chop
How
it
do you
up for me a
feel?
little bit.
How do you
Huh?
feel now after suffering some adversity against Paul Craig? But
Mm.
even though that happened, you were very resilient. How do you feel the way your career's going now? It's working out as planned.
I'm just thankful for my journey, bro. You know what I mean? That's just part of my journey. Yeah, I was met with adversity. I was able to overcome it. And now just keep striving forward, keep pushing forward, and just keep building. Like, yeah, that's just how I look at it. Like it's just my journey. It's my story. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So jumping on to the fight, Johnny Walker. Now we know exactly what Johnny Walker's like. We know the presence that he brings in the fight game. He's very big, tall, gladiator like. What was it like standing in front of him before the fight? Did you have any kind of feelings like this dude's a lot bigger than I thought? I'm maybe going to need to up the ante, or confidence just all the way through, just another fighter?
It was just a realization that he was big. Like I'm like, oh yeah, this dude's big. You know what I mean? But with that, to me, in my mind, it's like, all right, he's big. He's got longer reaches. So certain spots and things, certain things you don't be able to do, you got to tighten up. You got to be on. You got to be on him because he can reach you at certain points. Other things than that, other than it was all technical things.
Did you watch any tape on him before you fought?
No.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's just hard because, like, you see his wins and things like that, and it was all like explosive shit, like spinning shit, spinning knees, all of that. Like pretty much the game plan. Just don't get caught in no crazy shit.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That's pretty much what he does. But one thing that I noticed about you, certainly you've spoke about your IQ, but trolls, we know what it's like. Trolls are there to quickly jump on people when they get submitted. But your IQ seems to be shown very much now, and certainly it stopped Johnny Walker being able to bring out any of that jumpy, unpredictable nature. Are you working really, really hard on your IQ to build at each fight?
It's just the IQ is either you got it or you don't. You know what I'm saying? Well, no, I ain't gonna say that. You can study, you can learn, you can learn how to implement. But yeah, just being more aware. So yeah, I get yeah. That's what that's what I'm doing.
Do you feel you're finally getting the props, the respect of your peers? I mean, we've seen a lot of fighters commenting on it. We've also seen some fighters comment not so positively. We've had ex-fighters like Chael Sonnen, amongst many others, talking about the fight. How do you feel about that? I mean, personally, we got to see an idea behind the punch and how you landed it and stuff like that. How do you feel about the feedback? Do you feel kind of happy that they're able to talk about it, or do you feel that they should talk about it in a better light because you prepared, you delivered the punch?
Hey, it's cool. They all, as long as they all talking.
As long as they're
I just
talking.
like the idea of breaking things down. You know what I mean? Things like that. Because I know people aren't seeing, they don't see the whole thing. They don't understand what they're saying, what I'm doing, and things like that, which is cool. Now, honestly, I'm still competing, so I don't care to fully break it down like that. I won't, like, you know what I mean? But yeah, it's good they're talking. They
What
see,
was it
but they
like?
don't fully see.
Yeah, without a doubt. What was it like talking to Ari Howani? I liked how you put him on blast right after your knockout. I was thinking to myself, all right, finally Ariel's seen the light and he's spoken to you. Because I was about to share and say, come on, Ariel, you should have had this guy on a long time ago. How did it feel putting him on blast?
I mean, say what I had to say. You know what I mean? It was just what was real. You know, it took a lot of people a long time to come around and put the eyes on and really realize, and they still don't realize. That's the thing, they still don't know.
What do you think it's going to take for them to? I mean, you've already established exactly what you bring to the game. What do you think it's going to take to ultimately get the respect of your peers and of all the journalists in this kind of world? Is it going to be something more? Are you going to need to get the Giri fight? Have you kind of thought about that?
Yeah, I mean, I've already. Damn, you just man. What was the first part of the question?
Yeah, I like to tell a story.
Yeah.
Just based on journalists, so very quick to talk, very quick to comment on stuff. How are you feeling about the way that they're kind of gauging your career at this stage? Do you feel that you're getting the respect, or do you feel that you're going to need to kind of keep doing what you're doing and build up to that?
That's
Is it
it.
going
But
to
I just
take
gotta
something
keep.
bigger?
Yeah, all right. I remember what you said. Yeah, just kind of keep doing what I'm doing. Just stay the course. You know what I'm saying? All right, man. It ain't broke. It ain't broke. Don't fix it. I'm still learning. I'm still growing. You know, when I come up against these guys, do my job. Go in, take them out. The rest
What you
take care of
thinking?
itself.
What you thinking about the light heavyweight division?
What do you mean? What am I thinking?
What you thinking about the light heavyweight division based on in front of you now that you're in the top 10?
I think it's interesting. I mean, I think it's interesting.
Yeah.
Some fun fights in there. Right now, I want the Volkan Oezdemir fight. You know what I mean? That's the one I want. I mean, I feel like he wanted it. I mean, I feel like he asked for it. So, I mean, I feel like we should let him get that.
Yeah, he did. Now, Oezdemir, he's not got the same danger. He doesn't present the same danger as he used to.
I was about to say. And people y'all still haven't seen I mean, what I come with the full package. I haven't seen anything. Only thing y'all see me is warming up. Like y'all see me, like literally. Like, don't get me wrong. Like the Jimmy Crute stuff and Jimmy Crute and Johnny Walker are both top shelf dudes, bro. But I was just warming up. You know what I'm saying? I was putting my feelers out there, you know. Same thing with Klitz and Abreu. Like the more I evolve, the more comfortable I become at all these levels. And then honestly, to me, the higher up the level, I always understood that the higher up it got, I feel like the better I would do, because now I don't have to chase dudes. I don't have to hunt dudes down and none of that. You know what I mean? Like, they're gonna fight me. They're gonna come back and they're gonna fight me. They're gonna try to impose their will. They're gonna try to impose their will on me. So that's all. You know what I mean? That plays into what I like to do, because I want to fight. The more I can make you fight, for real, I feel like I flow with a fight better. We're gonna see.
Are you enjoying being in the cage and out the cage so quick? You're finishing fights very quick now. You're not getting that long octagon time that you've had before. Are you enjoying that?
Yeah, it comes with bonus money. So yeah, it's smooth. It's always good to have a quick night, a quick and fruitful night at the office. But I'm ready to touch somebody up for the rounds if I need to too, because I love that shit too.
Has anybody reached out about Volkan Oezdemir yet?
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll soon see. I think it'd be a great fight. As I said, Oezdemir certainly not been doing as well as he was doing at the first part of his UFC career. But if you can be a bit complimentary towards what he brings to the game, what do you think his challenges are that you'll need to work on to overcome?
Me?
Yeah,
I need to work on?
No, I'll rephrase that. So Volkan Oezdemir, so based on what he brings, what do you think he brings that could be a danger to you in the octagon?
He's got decent size. He can hit hard. He can hit hard. He's willing to get in and hit. He's willing to take a hit to be hit. He's a grinder. I'll give him that. He's a grinder. He's coming in to fight. But as far as like skill for skill, technically, no, he's not on that level.
So do you see this happening before the summer?
That's my hope.
Yeah. Then after that, so let's just say you beat Oezdemir, that's going to be taking you very much down to the middle. You're getting very close to that Jiri fight. Is that still top of the list for you?
Mm-hmm. That's the money fight.
Yeah. So a lot of people spoke about the Jiri fight, certainly when you first brought it to everybody's attention. Do you feel now, based on the argument that you've got, certainly based on what you're bringing to the octagon and what you've been able to show people, do you think Jiri's keeping an eye on that? Do you think he's seeing what he's up against coming up that ladder?
I don't know. I mean, I know he's heard my name. I know he done heard something. So, you know, maybe he is, maybe he's not. You know, he's got his own task and everything to worry about with that. So he probably, you know, I mean, I would expect him to be focused on that. I mean, he got to worry about me, because whenever it come that time is coming. I mean, bro, I made it out of pitch. I knew a long time ago I was going to end up fighting Johnny Walker. I knew a long time ago I was going to end up fighting OSP. You know what I'm saying? So slowly, all of it, like Volkan Oezdemir was one of those dudes I figured a long time ago. I was like, yeah, I can fight him, you know what I mean, or whatever. So, like, it's coming to fruition. I mean, you're one of the fight I'll get there. It'll be given to me. Whether now or maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, and maybe not the next month, but pero one day I will have his ass. Wait, no.
What actually was that?
The fight will happen. God damn it, shit.
Hey man, we'll do our best to edit that out. But yeah, so I think it's really exciting for you. You know, there's a lot of stuff going on. As I said, when you spoke about it back when we first spoke about it, you were always very, very adamant that this was going to happen. A lot of confidence. Many people would crumble after suffering their first loss, but resilience is spoken. You've truly shown what kind of character you are as well. Would you put that down to the most? Because you don't see that too often. You see a lot of people struggling with defeats. What do you think it is about you that's been able to push you back up to this level? Because you've never looked better.
My mind. It's my mind. I understand. I remember I told you whenever I was sitting down on the floor and I was shaking my head after my arm, holding my arm, I was a different animal being born. You seeing that animal. It's the black lion. You see, that was the lion that did this. Now it's the black lion is here.
Indeed, indeed. You and Ben Askren, have you made up yet?
Made up what? Ain't nothing to make up, bro. He weird, bro.
Yeah, I seen it.
Like that was a weird ass move and a weird ass flex. Like you really just try to defend motherfuckers that's going and harassing people's families. That's weird, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Ain't nobody crying about nothing. We don't care about what they say. Obviously, I like memes. They funny as hell. But you don't need to be all in that man's inbox, all in his family's inbox, trying to dog and berate him. You don't like you shouldn't be doing it. You're grown as fuck. Go get a job. I mean, there's other things you can do with your time. I mean, especially if you know you're not about that action at all. You know what I'm saying? But to Ben, oh no, you shouldn't be saying other than what's wrong with you. Like, that's a fucking weird ass move. And his face just bothers me. It fucking bothers me.
Yeah, it bothers Masvidal as well.
Like whenever you see you play 2K. You ever play 2K?
No.
It's a basketball game, all right. So like they used to be able to scan your face to like try to put it on your character bro, and it used to look like shit, bro. That's what Ben Askren's face looks like. Damn. It just looks like a smushed up ass fucking scan of a face.
Shit, man. But listen, a line needs to be drawn at the troll, and I know we're in a sport which has got many connotations, being rough and rowdy. But at the end of the day, I think that you're able to show you can conduct yourself in a professional manner, even though you're in what we would deem a brutal sport. So yeah, I think he needs to take a wee chill pill. What was that?
Yeah, but I still talk my shit though. People like,
I've seen that.
Like, yeah, I still can't get over it, bro. I had to heat his ass. I had to roast his ass one time.
Just did you get a play?
It was funny, bro. Like, I said what I had to say to him. Then he came back and called me a nerd. Like, no, who says that, bro? Nerd. Like the fuck.
Jesus, man.
That shit was weird.
Yeah.
That shit was weird, bro. So I mean, I had to roast his dumb ass.
So what are you thinking? Not connected too much, but Masvidal and Covington, that's one big fight that's coming up. What are you thinking about that fight? Both of them, of course, we know about the friendship turned to rivals. We know about what skills both fighters have got. What are you thinking about it? Just talking about it from a fan's perspective, because you're a fan first. What do you think? Who wins?
I think Masvidal has a chance, like with his hand, like, you know what I mean? Just because he's got a chance to catch him and land. And I think Kobe is showing that he's actually willing to stand and try to bang a little bit with somebody. But the thing is, we haven't seen him shooting his last few fights. He's fighting Usman. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. I think Kobe's just gonna wrestle him. You know what I mean? Yeah. I think Masvidal will have some moments. How big those moments are, we'll see. But yeah, for the most part, I think I'm expecting a whole lot of hugging, buddy.
Yep. That's what I'm looking at as well.
Do die.
So what you got planned? As we don't know when you're fighting, what have you got planned over the next couple of weeks? Have you got any big things going on with training, anything like that?
I'm lit right now, bro. I'm chilling.
Yeah, man. Much in well-deserved downtime.
But at the same time, I'm still gonna be working though.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. My kids just got here.
That's all good. Well, Jamal, as always, it's really great to have you on. Really great to chat to you, to catch up. Always brilliant. Anything you want to say to the Sweet Dreams Nation before you go?
Man, you already know I love y'all. I'm gonna be back in there soon. More action. Always action. Just stay up with me, y'all.
Yeah. Thanks again, Jamal. Appreciate it. We can't wait to see you back.
All right, bro. Appreciate you.
Take it easy and we'll see you soon.